Early in New Boston, all town meetings as well as all religious services were held in the meeting house. The only religion practiced in town at that time was Presbyterian, so people were fairly like-minded. There was no need for a separate town hall. By the 1830s, there were several religions practicing in town, so there needed to be a separation of church and state. At the 1837 town meeting, they voted to build a townhouse. Coincidentally, they also approved taking down the old Presbyterian meeting house, which sat in the current cemetery since the 1760s. The DAR have placed a fountain and a plaque at the site of that first church. It had stopped being used around 1823 when services moved to the new church on the hill. They were able to use parts of this old meeting house to build the new town hall. It was dedicated in 1838 and sat next to the Baptist meeting house by the Common. It served well until it burned down in the Great Village Fire of 1887, along with the town records inside. A meeting was held just a few weeks after the fire, and it was resolved that the townhouse be rebuilt on the same spot with the same width as previously, but 12 feet longer front to back. The cost was to be $6,000, of which the town would raise $5,000, and $1,000 would be donated by J.R. Whipple, the Boston hotel magnate, and his brother, James B. Whipple, the proprietor of the Tavern, New Boston's upscale inn at that time. The work was begun in September and finished in January of 1888, taking only 4 months. The new 2-story townhouse had a large open room on the first floor for the town meetings. It had a kitchen and a toilet room. The second floor had a stage, a ticket office, a cloakroom, and a selectman's room. There was a 14-lamp chandelier with a reflective cover. The cover remains in storage. There were 4 mullioned windows on each side with 16 lights each. The belfry was topped by a beautiful weather vane donated by Charles Adams and the John Varick Hardware Company of Manchester. There was a fitting dedication to celebrate the building's completion with a dinner and speeches and an evening dance with a band. For the 150th anniversary of the town in 1913, about 20 feet were added onto the back of the building at a cost of $6,300. The addition added a 5th window on each side of the building, where previously there were 4. The 4 faces of the clock that can still be seen today were added to the belfry at that time. The clock was made by the E. Howard Clock Company in 1903, and the bell was cast in Troy, New York in 1913. Both were a gift from the ladies of the New Century Club, who raised $750 for this project. Previously, the tower was open with no clock. Over the years, prior to the addition of the Tom Mansfield Gym in the New Boston Central School, the second floor of the town hall was used for physical activities such as basketball. The painted floor still remains. The building was renovated to be used for office space in 1989. The contents of the old safe in the building, patented in 1886, have been inspected and found to be tax receipts, marriage and death records, and lists of the property damage from fires over the years up to about 1950. The town hall stage was the site of many plays and all the high school graduations until the New Boston High School closed down in 1965. Today, the people of New Boston remain proud to have such a beautiful and elegant center for town government.